from Detroit, Michigan, USA. In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Welcome to another episode of the In My House Techno Music Show. I am your host, T. Carlita, and this week we have an exclusive interview with one of our show supporters, Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree. He shares some very important information that is very helpful for Wayne County homeowners. Plus, new music featuring Andy Vaz from Germany, Will Simpson from Detroit, Liam Mockridge from Berlin, and Floyd Lavine from South Africa. We ask you to be sure to follow us on Facebook to get the latest music alerts. So now let's just let the music play right here on the In My House Techno Music Show, who continues to stay on the mission of where the true stories are told and great music is played. You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
where the true stories are told and great music is played.
So welcome to the show, Treasurer Sabree. Thank you again for taking time out of your very busy schedule to be here to just let people get to know who the treasurer is. So thank you for being here first.
Thank you, Tina, for inviting me on the show. I know you guys are always promoting the programs that we have to help people save their homes.
For sure.
And I'm glad to join you on your show today.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. And I thank you for, doing the things that you have done to help people like myself, who's a homeowner. Those programs definitely work. And I appreciate all that you and your staff have done over the years that you've been treasurer. So let's kind of like, who's Eric Sabree? How did you find your way into I won't say politics, but how did you find yourself wanting to be part of public service work? How about that?
Well, I started off working in nonprofits, in housing when I graduated from Michigan State.
Sorry, wrong school. But anyway, go ahead.
Go green, right?
Yeah, okay.
So I started working with nonprofits in housing, and I had a background in plumbing. So I was a licensed plumber by the time I got out of undergraduate school. I worked a few more years. I got my plumbing license. And so I was interested in housing and renovations. So I started working with neighborhood housing services. And then I worked with a Michigan Avenue Community Organization, both nonprofits that were involved in housing, keeping people in homes and renovating homes and working in the community. So that's how I got started in this line of work. And then I went to work for the city of Detroit. I worked in the building department, planning and development, and the housing commission. So I worked at the city for 18 years. And after that, I went started private law practice and did some development related work, and for about 4 years. And then I went to work for the county as an attorney and in the corporation council. So after that, I worked in the treasurer's office as a deputy, and from there I became the treasurer. So that's about 40 years I just covered.
Yeah, that was good. That's a nice abbreviated way of doing it, for sure. So let's talk about COVID, the pandemic, and now the numbers are rising, and now everything has to be closed, but people still got to pay their taxes, and people still have to make arrangements. So what did you guys have to do in order to be able to still be able to provide services and assess the needs of the public?
That's really a good question, because on March 13th of 2020, it was a Friday, and we had like 300 people in line in our office trying to pay taxes by the deadline, before the foreclosure deadline, and that we decided we had to close the office after that Friday. And on Monday was when the governor said that everything had to shut down, and we of course closed our offices for 3 months. And our collections went down about 50% after that for about 3 months. We were taking in about 50 to 60% of our revenue in the office at that time. So we still went to work, even though we were closed for 3 months. Many of us still had to go to the office, including myself. We were opening the mail. We had to still get the mail. We still had to process the payroll. We still had to pay bills and do all the things, invest money and all the things that had to go on at the county treasurer's office. We still had to do that. But many of our employees were working remotely, but some of us had to come in because we still had things that had to be done. Mm-hmm. So when we opened back up in June of 2020, we had an appointment system. So everyone had to make an appointment, had to wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart, and that system is still in place, the appointment system, because we just can't have crowds of people in our office. It just doesn't make sense when you're trying to deal with a virus. Mm-hmm. So if the people like it, the taxpayers said that they like the appointment system because they don't have to wait in line. They can come in, take care of business, and then leave. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people used to try to rush in and during their lunch hour and pay their taxes and get in a payment plan. So we also implemented online payment plans too during this pandemic. So now you don't have to come in to get into a payment plan. You can do it online.
Mhm.
And it's easy. You have the electronic signature, and
It works.
just like other things that you do online. It works out. Now we also have increased our online activity. We take in the majority of our payments through the web, through the website. And number two is the kiosk. We have 100 kiosk locations now. So people can pay at the kiosk, and they're using that. About 20, I think it's 28% of all of our revenue comes in now through the kiosk, almost a third of our revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And that's up drastically from what it was before COVID-19. So we made some adjustments, made it easier for people to pay. Of course, the mail, we still have, a lot of money coming in through the mail. So we process mail. We're short on staff because a lot of people are getting better jobs because their jobs they're getting are paying better than the ones that we have. The county's not paying enough money to retain some of the staff that we have, unfortunately. So we have a lot of openings at lower level positions, but these lower level positions are very important because they're the ones who talk to taxpayers on the phone when they call. They're the ones who collect the money at the cashier window and they enter people into payment agreements. So just because they're at the lower end of the pay doesn't mean that they're not important. They're very important, and hopefully that we can get their pay raised so that we can retain and recruit some good people that can help us.
Right. So let's talk to Wayne County for a moment, the residents, homeowners.
Okay.
What's the process? Like, when do the property taxes become owed to you? Like, how does, just to explain that to somebody, a new homeowner.
Okay.
How does it get to you?
Okay. The taxes are assessed by the local government, the local communities, the assessor's office. They determine how much the taxes are. And then they send out a tax bill for called the current taxes, which is right now, current taxes are out for 2021. There are some cities that do August, I think some in September. But the current taxes for 2021 are out. If the person doesn't pay their current tax bill that comes from their city or township on March 1st of the following year, that municipality turns over the delinquencies to us, to the Wayne County Treasurer. So they send a delinquent tax roll. This is the roll, the taxes that they couldn't collect during the year, they send them over to the Wayne County Treasurer. And what we do, we borrow money for what we call the Delinquent Tax Revolving Fund. We borrow money and we give the municipalities all the delinquencies that they turned over to us, as though they collected 100% of the money. So there's no interruption in their services because they didn't collect everything. So that's a unique program for Michigan. And then we collect the debt, and we what we can't collect, we foreclose on and take to an auction. And what we don't collect, even through the auction process, then we charge it back to those communities. So they end up losing money if they don't collect their taxes. And we're made whole because we're basically the collection agent for them. We're taking over their collections, and we advance them the money, but then we charge it back a year later if we don't collect it. So of course it's to their advantage to collect the majority of their taxes themselves.
Okay. So what would you say is one of the most successful programs that have been implemented since you became treasurer? What would you say would be one of the best, successful?
One of the number one things we've done is use the kiosk to collect taxes and the increased online services. Mm-hmm. Because if you can enter a payment agreement, you used to have to come into the office to get into a payment agreement. Right. So a lot of people would make that trip downtown, park their car, spend money parking, stand in line just to get into a payment agreement. And then they could pay, once they get in the agreement, they would pay online or at the kiosk. They would never have to come back. So now that you don't have to even come in to do a payment agreement, that's a big plus. Mm-hmm. And also the kiosk network is great because the kiosk accepts cash along with checks and cards, credit cards, and debit cards. And that the kiosk is the only other place you can pay cash besides our office. So some people like to pay cash. They deal in cash. They make their income in cash and they pay their bills in cash. So the kiosk is excellent for them. It helps them. We collect a lot of money every year. And that's one of the pluses. It keeps people from having to come downtown just because they want to pay in cash.
I pay mine with the app. There's an app that's
the app is good.
Give that app. I use that, and it's great because it tells you as soon as your bill comes out, it shows you the pay history. I mean, you don't even need a receipt. It's like a tracking system right there. You can see your whole payment history, which is really good.
It is good, and you can also get, that when you make your payments, your payments will show up about 48 hours later on our system. So sometimes people make a payment on the app or at the kiosk, and they say, well, I checked again later on in the day and it still showed that I owed the money. Well, it takes a day or two before it shows up on our system.
So is there anything special that you would like to take a moment before we get out of here? Something that you would like to appease, make sure that the residents understand from this is the message from the treasurer, y'all.
One of the things, the main message is that don't delay in getting and asking for help. Pay attention to what's going on and don't delay. Don't wait till the last minute. We have so many people that wait till the last minute. They, it's the strangest thing. They lose their property on today, and then just the foreclose today, then just 2 days later, they're down in the office with all the money. So I said, well, if you had all the money, so yeah, I had the money, but for whatever reason, they didn't get down there to do it. So a lot of times people lose their property because they just don't take care of business. There are a number of people who are losing their property because they don't have the money. But the majority of people, from my experience in the treasurer's office for 10 years, have been that people are not paying attention. They're not following through with the things that they said they're going to do. Not because they don't have the money, because they just don't follow through. They just don't do what they're supposed to do. And therefore they get caught in a situation where, I'll have the money in, 2 months. I don't have it now. I'll have it in 2 months. Well, all of those kinds of things come up every year. So my point is get in early. Come and see us early so we can help you and get you in a plan. Then I want to talk about 2 more things before we finish. One is there are 2 programs which you actually can get money from. One is the pay as you stay program. And that's for individuals who are low income and can become exempt. So how can you become exempt from paying property taxes? If your income is low enough, your assessor's office can tell you whether you qualify or not, because it's a formula for how many people in the household, how much income you can make. And it's a formula for that. The assessor's office of every city, township can tell you whether you're qualified for an exemption.
Okay.
You're low income, don't try to figure it out yourself. Go to the assessor's office. Look, I want to know, am I qualified for an exemption? Fill out the forms. They'll tell you what you have to do. If you qualify for an exemption, that means you don't have to pay property taxes going forward. But what if you have some back taxes? Well, this pay as you stay program, if your city or township is participating, Detroit is a participant, and there are 17 others in Wayne County that participate, then that means that if you're exempt and you have back taxes, you can get rid of majority of those back taxes. The majority of people, because it's tied to the taxable value of your property. So if 10% of the taxable value of your property is less than what you owe, then that 10% of your taxable value becomes your new balance. It's like this: if you owe $6,000 in back taxes from maybe 3 years, and your taxable value is $30,000, 10% of the taxable value is now $3,000. So 3,000 is less than the 6,000 that you owe. So now 3,000 becomes your new balance. And you would have 36 months to pay that off without any interest, penalties, and fees. And on top of that, if you live in the city of Detroit, the Dan Gilbert Foundation is going to pay off that $3,000.
Wow. So you start off at the assessor's office.
Start off at the assessor's office.
And let them say, let them determine if you're qualified.
They'll determine your eligibility. And
Okay.
then if you have back taxes, they'll send the file over to our office. Then we can put the formula in, find out what you owe, send you a letter, say this is what you owe. You're part of the Pay As You Stay program. Do you want to pay it off in one lump sum? And of course, Dan Gilbert Foundation will pay it off in one lump sum.
Now, for people who don't understand where the assessor's office is, like new homeowners or somebody who just recently inherited a home through whatever purposes or reasons, where are these assessor's offices located at?
Usually at City Hall.
Okay.
Wherever City Hall is, the assessor's office is there. There's the treasurer, the assessor, the clerk, all those city offices are all usually at City Hall. So
Okay.
the other thing I want to mention is a program that's not yet implemented, but it's on its way. It's going to be managed by Michigan State Housing Development Authority, or MSHDA.
Okay.
It's federal money that's coming to the state, $242 million to help Michigan residents who are facing foreclosure, either mortgage foreclosure, tax foreclosure, or to give them utility assistance, those who have need help with their utilities. You have to have a COVID-related hardship from no earlier than January 15th, 2020, till now, and to show that you had a hardship based on COVID, either a decrease in your income, significant decrease in income, or a significant increase in your expenses because of COVID. And you can apply for it through MSHDA. It's going to be income-based, which means you have to be in Wayne County. It's 150% of area median income, and that's about $90,000 for a family of two. That's what MSHDA said last week. So if you're making less than $90,000 for a family of two, and you can qualify for that. So, and then I'm sure that if you have, of course, more family members, the income level, the ceiling goes up. Now, there's going to be grants available up to $25,000.
Wow.
For individuals who are facing foreclosure because of COVID. So this is a very, very important program. And as soon as I think it's going to be implemented in October or early November of this year, it has to be passed by the state legislature in September when they come back. And I'm excited about it because a lot of people in Wayne County will qualify for it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
it will keep, I think, thousands of people out of foreclosure this year.
Wow. That's the one thing that I really appreciate about our state and all the powers that be. They genuinely have done everything that they can to help people stay in their homes, even in the midst of this pandemic. I mean, even before the pandemic, there were programs such as the ones that you had in place, but they're really thinking outside the box to make sure, because, COVID hit and we couldn't control, none of us could control that.
No,
so
it's still going on,
and we're not out yet, right?
I think we want to believe that it's over. We want to make it go away.
Right.
It's not going away yet. It hasn't gone away.
Not even close.
But we're being careful still, and I think the renters are going to get some assistance because those people who couldn't pay their rent, the landlords are going to get some help because when the renters get paid, then they can get paid. So the renters will receive some money from the state, the landlords will receive some money, and I think we'll be able to keep most people, if not all, out of foreclosure this year. Again, this is the second year that we didn't have any foreclosures for occupied property.
Wow, that's good.
This year we had foreclosures for vacant land and vacant structures. And total in Wayne County was about, I think it was 2,400 properties.
Okay. Wow.
A lot of those properties were blighted, and they should have been foreclosed anyway.
So is the treasurer's office and city county offices, do you think that they're going to move towards the mandates that are being implemented in these big corporations now with the COVID, the like testing every week or vaccination mandates? Do you think that they're going to move towards that? Have you heard anything on that?
I haven't heard about vaccination mandates. It's just everyone is encouraged to get vaccinated. We have a mandate. Everyone has to wear a mask when they're walking around the office. The taxpayers have to wear a mask when they come in. If they don't have one, we give them one. So I don't know about, we just follow the directions from the county, what they do, what the county
Right.
leadership tells us to do in terms of how, what we have to do in terms of vaccinations.
Right.
But as far as our office goes, if we're going to be open, we have to make sure we're safe.
That's right. That's right. And everybody around you.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything else that you would like to give a message to the residents?
I just want to I'd like to give our number and an email address and
Yes.
a website.
Okay.
Our phone number is 313-224-5990. It's 313-224-5990. And our email address is taxinfo, TAXINFO @WayneCounty.com. That's TAXINFO @WayneCounty.com. And our website is treasurer.WayneCounty.com. That's treasurer.WayneCounty.com. So the website has a lot of good information on it. We try to update it regularly so we have all the things that we're doing on our website. And so go to the website and you can look up your tax bill. You can find out where the kiosks are located. You can find out most things just by going to the website. So thanks for helping us spread the word.
Most definitely. And thank you for supporting and spreading the word and creating, like I said, creating programs that are realistic and that are truly doable. I mean, your guys, the programs, they're just doable. Let me just tell you that from my own personal experience, they are doable. They are affordable. But like he said, y'all, take care of your business. Don't be waiting until it's over and be like, hey, can you help me out? No, take care of where you live. That's important. Then take care of all the rest of that stuff later. But the home is where you got to take care of that first. Don't wait.
That's the message. That's our biggest challenge. Get the word out. Let people know we're available to help you, but you got to come in and see us before the deadline.
That's right.
March 31st, 2022. That's the foreclosure deadline. So we want to get
foreclosure deadline. March, say that again.
March 31st, 2022.
March 31st, 2022. Foreclosure deadline, y'all. Get on it. Stay in your homes because if y'all like me as a homeowner, you've invested a lot to keep your home. So don't let a couple of dollars get you out of there. Just do what you got to do. And the treasurer's office is right there, just waiting on you with the mask on. They're waiting on you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Tina.
All right. Thank you too. Okay.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree, encouraging all taxpayers to please take advantage of the several payment options available.
You can pay online by visiting the Wayne County Treasurer's Office website. Paying online is easy and convenient.
You can also download the mobile app and pay with your smartphone.
You can pay at one of 70 kiosks located throughout Wayne County.
And yes, you can always still send in your payments using the U.S. Postal Service.
If you have to visit our office in person, you must make an appointment by going to treasurer.waynecounty.com. It only takes a few minutes. Facial covering or mask is required and social distancing is observed. Your health and safety is very important to us. You can also email our office at taxinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Just like magic, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet. When we were walking in the rain, so cinematic, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet. What I would do to hold you again. Just like magic,
so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet.
When we were walking in the rain, so cinematic, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet. What I would do to hold you again. Just like magic, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet. When we were walking in the rain,
Through the rain,
so cinematic, so sweet, so sweet,
so sweet,
so sweet. What I would do to hold you again.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree, encouraging all taxpayers to please take advantage of the several payment options available. If you have to visit our office in person, you must make an appointment by going to treasurer.waynecounty.com. It only takes a few minutes. Facial covering or mask is required and social distancing is observed. You can also email our office at taxinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of the In My House Techno Music Show. I am your host, T. Carlita. Again, we ask you to follow us on Facebook for the latest music alerts. And again, thank you to our show supporter, Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree, for coming on and sharing some very important information for Wayne County homeowners. So for now, until next time, hey, let's let the music play. Here's more music. New music featuring Floyd, Lavine.
You're staring at me with those beautiful eyes you have. I'm never paralyzed until I'm within your grasp. You and I never thought that we would ever see the stars. No. We're not in control of where we're going, oh, how far. When I'm with you, baby,
are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.